gosh, look at that's going.
Hold on.
Why is it like that? Why do you like that? Hey, there you go. That's better. Hey everybody. Sorry.
Who's the guy that does that?
Who's Angela?
What?
John.
John what?
Well, you're gonna have to do that later because now I don't. Oh my gosh! Now we're going live here. You talk to them. I haven't even started this thing.
You guys like the movie Aliens?
Yeah, we do.
Ripley, power down! You're just grinding transaxle. Ease off. Fucking favorite movie of all time. I think I like the movie Aliens better than I like Star Wars.
Really?
Yeah. Did you know that about me?
Oh my God.
Did you know that about me, Chris?
Now I do.
I like.
Okay, hold on. I just started. What's up, everybody out there? We're live on YouTube, and now we're live on the.
As we start this Monday M.A.S.S, which is on a Tuesday because I had a meeting yesterday. I couldn't attend.
Big meeting guy.
Hey, what's up with the Spotify? Why weren't we on Spotify last week?
Spotify is coming back. We're getting to the bottom of it. It was I don't know. You know, it was Y2K. It was something happened. The clock's turn. I don't know.
Do you remember Y2K?
We're going back on Spotify.
What did you do for? Do you guys?
Wait, back it up. Hold on. Back it up.
Back it up to when you were born.
Pause.
Mm-hmm.
This is the Monday M.A.S.S. Chris Coté and Todd Richards. It's August 16th, 2022. Thank you for joining us. Now, before we started recording, Todd, you said something that blew my mind, and this is the Nerd News exclusive.
Oh, I was just saying that I think. What are you?
Your phone's on.
No, you are. Your phone's on. You're listening to music while we're doing the thing. I was just saying that I feel like
just listening to something.
Aliens, the movie Aliens,
yes.
The second installment, what's his name? Cameron.
Yeah, not Cameron Crowe.
Not Cameron, not Kirk Cameron either. But
Cameron Diaz.
James Cameron's Aliens.
Okay.
I might like it more than Star Wars.
Okay.
I might. It's fucking right up there.
All right.
Did you like Aliens?
Loved Aliens.
Did you like Alien, the movie Alien, the first one?
Loved Alien. I loved Alien. Alien gave me the most radical nightmares.
Really?
Oh, we got a first guest.
Already?
Just from the top of the show, I want to get right into it.
Who is this?
We got Joe and Damo. Is Damo here too?
I don't know.
We got Joe. So this is awesome. This is something I've been wanting to do for a while. So before we get into the nitty and gritty of the action sports news we're going to talk about, I want to talk to Joe Sigerson about the 100 Wave Challenge and Boys to Men. All right, Todd?
Copy.
Okay. Joe, we got Joe here. And Damian Hobgood is maybe joining us. Maybe you try to call Damian Hobgood. We're going to double phone this down. Okay. So, Joe, let's pretend no one listening has ever heard of the 100 Wave Challenge. Give me your 2-minute super pitch. Get people stoked. Get people involved. Joe, go.
Thank you, Chris. The 100 Wave Challenge is the greatest event in the history of the world.
All right.
Wow, all right.
Okay, no, the 100 Wave Challenge is a fundraiser for Boys to Men Mentoring, which is an in-school group mentoring program. We'll get back to that.
Yes.
And it works kind of like a Susan G. Komen model, where surfers register, they create a landing page for themselves, and once they have that landing page, they get a link, and then they email that link out to their family and friends, saying, I'm doing this ridiculous thing for this wonderful cause. Please click on my link. They click on the link. Your picture, Chris, comes up. You tell your story why you support Boys to Men. And your mom, your aunties, your uncles, your cousins, they may or may not know what Boys to Men is, but they love you. And they say, oh, look what Chris is doing. God bless him. I'm going to throw $50 in him. They click on the link and they make a donation.
Boom.
That's how it works. And then the event itself, this used to be, you remember, Chris, we used to do like 500 people on the beach on one day, and we put 300 guys in the lineup.
to try to catch 100 waves.
And
Yeah.
100 wave one session or one day. And so then COVID hit, and we had to re-engineer what the 100 wave challenge looked like, because there was no way we're putting 500 people on the beach. So what we did was, instead of the 100 wave challenge, it is now your 100 wave challenge.
Nice.
And it's one day. It's a 2-month season, and so it's your crew, your beach, your date.
Awesome. All right. And what's the best website we can go to sign up, either to donate or to make our own team?
Yeah, 100wave.org.
100wave.org. And I saw that Damian Hobgood is already trying to raise some money for who's he going? Surfers Healing? No, what is Damo going for? He just
No,
emailed.
he's raising money. This is Damo's 7th year. Wait, eighth year.
Yep. Damian Hobgood is raising money for Boys to Men. Yes, that's right. Yeah. So
8th year. Sean Thompson. This is his 8th year.
Sean Thompson, the man.
Raising for Boys to Men mentoring. Yeah. Yeah. Listen. Do you want to talk about who we are and what we do?
We're gonna have you back on the show multiple times. I want to tease the audience here. This is the very beginning of the show, so their whistles are wetted, and we want to tell them to give us the website one more time. We gotta hammer this into their brains.
100wave.org.
Awesome.
WAVE.org.
That rules. Joe, you rule. You're the best. I'm gonna get into a little bit more of this later on today. I just wanted to call you for that quick hit. We're gonna get Damo on the podcast. We're gonna get you on the podcast in the next few episodes coming through.
Bless your heart, Chris.
You're the best.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, Joe. All right, so that right there was a pop.
Flip the script on how we start the show.
I know, because I wanted to get into that because I actually was gonna have Damo and Joe on last week, and I had it all set up, and I literally forgot to call.
100 Wave Challenge is like a Tuesday morning for me.
So yeah, this is pretty rad. So what Boys to Men mentoring is basically there's a lot of
nothing to do
with
the
Motown
R&B
Philly,
group.
nothing to do with the end of the road, nothing to do with Boys to Men, ABC, BBD, the East Coast Family. Never step to me, word. Now we're cruising on Child Street, jet black bands, plenty of friends, and all the Philly steaks you can eat. Back in school, we used to dream. Anyway, it's not about that. So there's a lot of kids out there growing up.
Could it be though?
It could be. If I don't know. There's a lot of kids out there growing up with no positive male role model, be it dad's gone,
Yep.
Dad's an a-hole, whatever the situation is growing up. So they go to local schools and they make these cool groups, basically that there's proof that this has helped, and it's a really rad organization. So I wanted to bring attention to that just at the top of the show. So go to the website and get involved. You can do this at any beach, anywhere in the world.
I'll add to that.
Yeah.
I think that having mentoring outside of your household for boys and to have role
Oh,
models
for sure.
is really important, because you get in that you get in your roles within your household.
Yes.
And the boys, they will listen to somebody else, a mentor from outside. I think it's very healthy to do. Very cool cause.
Yeah, and you can also go to the Instagram at 100 Wave Challenge. So there's a lot of homies involved there, and we're gonna talk to Damian Hobgood later on this month about that as well. Just want to get that out there. 100wavechallenge.org. Now we can get to the ad block, Todd.
Okay. Well, this ad block is brought
to you by 100 Wave Challenge. Okay. We're gonna rifle through the ads. We got Pedal Electric at pedal.electric. Follow them on Instagram at pedal.electric. We do have a sneaky little code we can give you if you DM us if you're serious about getting the best bike on the market.
I don't know the
Bachon's
whole secret code thing.
Well, people have used it.
Up, down, down, left.
I just don't want to
BA,
give out the
BA,
code.
start. That's the code.
Willy nilly.
Infinite lives on Contra.
Bachon's Japanese barbecue sauce.
Guess
at
what?
Try Bachon's.
You can come to the 20th anniversary of Chemistry Surfboards, and Bachon's will be there.
Come on.
We will be there, and this is September 2nd, so the Friday before
Let me put this on my calendar.
Labor Day.
Should we
So be there.
Should we record a podcast from there?
We are. You didn't know that. I don't. Oh, maybe I am. It might be a remote hit.
Or are you doing your own podcast
No.
now?
Yeah.
From
It's
there?
called Beach Machine. Wait, what is it called? Surf Machine.
Do we have to talk about this?
Anyway,
are you mad?
Bachans. Spread some on anything. It'll taste better.
Okay, real quick note on bachans.
Yeah.
So the other day I made chicken karaage.
I don't know what that is.
It was out of a bag. Opened the bag and put it in the air fryer, and then I set up a little station, a bachans dipping station with 3 different sauces: hot and spicy, yuzu, and original.
You want a pro tip?
Oh my gosh!
You want
Yeah.
a pro tip?
Yeah.
You take the original.
Okay.
Okay. A little bit of mustard.
Ooh.
Dijon.
Pro tip:
Whisk it in there.
People love pro tips.
You're talking.
Herschel Supply Co. at Herschel Supply, HERSASCHEL Supply. It's that easy. You love your bags. You're taking your bag to Jackalope.
I'm going to Montreal and I will put my skateboard in my duffel bag and I will ship it away for customs to rip through and try to see if I have any contraband.
He's gonna stick it right in there. I'm very
I
excited.
don't, by the way. I don't have any contraband.
Don't text Todd or DM him anything with name brands of illicit drugs, because
They have name
they're
brands?
gonna track that. Yeah, like, hey Todd, you got any acid? Hey Todd, how much cocaine do you have? You just inundate Todd with texts like
There's
that.
no friends in
He's
customs.
gonna really.
The
trip
number
him out.
one rule of travel: there are no friends in customs.
And there's no jokes at customs. Yeah, you can wait for your buddy, but
Are you traveling with anyone today? No.
hell no.
I don't even fucking know this dude who won't stop talking to me like we sat together
Business
the whole
or
way.
pleasure? Oh my God.
Who's that?
Oh, that's Cantori.
Do we need?
I
Is that our boss?
I gotta call Cantori. I gotta call you back. Oh yeah, you know. Hold on. Hey, you're live on the Monday M.A.S.S with Chris Coté and Todd Richards. This is Chris Cantori.
Don't worry, it's just the ad block.
What's up? I don't do ad-lib stuff very well, so bear with me.
We're 1 hour into the podcast and we're still in the ads.
This better be an emergency.
I got you. Yeah. Can you hear me okay, gentlemen?
Yeah,
Oh, perfect.
You're-
Much better.
we're recording live, so don't say
You're
anything weird.
recording right now. I'm being recorded.
Yeah, you're on the show. And you're live on YouTube.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That's insane. What can I entertain you guys with?
What do
today?
you sell? What are you selling today? What do we got?
I've got gummies, vitamin-infused gummies,
Nice.
and I also have kindness, positivity.
Oh, we need all of that.
And more gummies.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Cantori is he was actually the guy that told me to start this podcast.
There you go.
And now look at us.
Now he's calling you to tell you to wrap it up.
And we're fired.
Yeah.
Cantori
you
just fired
guys,
us.
You,
All right.
You're the little acorn that has become the giant oak.
Oh my gosh, that's the nicest thing ever.
It's true though, seriously. If you were a mushroom, I'd consume you.
Awesome. Well,
There you go.
Todd has been called that in the past.
Chris isn't much of a microdose though. He's more
Ah
of a-
ha! Megadose. Hey, we love you, Cantori. I should probably call you and talk business after we record this podcast.
Yeah, no worries, man. You guys enjoy your show, and just hello, Todd. You're very handsome, and
Hey,
I
thanks.
respect you tremendously.
Thank you.
Oh my God.
Thank you.
I think he's handsome. I wouldn't say respect him, but
No, he's got
I
handsome
inspect
and
him.
my respect, dude, and he's got good kids, and I think he's a great dad.
oh my gosh.
Bring it.
He said keep it coming. All right, I'll call you.
All
I'll
right.
call you in an hour.
Thanks, Chris.
Later.
Well, anybody else gonna call into the
Oh my
fucking
gosh.
podcast before we even take off?
We're 2 sponsors in.
You know what this is like? This is like when you're about to leave for a trip and a friend comes over.
Ah. This whole situation.
Yeah.
I don't have any other calls.
Herschel Supply Co.
Yep. Beneath Apparel
Boom.
at BN3TH Apparel. We got a code MASS20. Go to the website, get the world's best underwear. NanocraftCBD at NanocraftCBD. I just used some of my coffee this morning. That's probably why I'm so amped right now. Bubs Naturals at Bubs Naturals every single day in my coffee. Collagen and MCT brain oil every damn day. Hansen Surfboards at Hansen Surfboards. We should do another episode live from Hansen's.
They're
That
doing
was super
they're
fun.
doing their big Labor Day sale.
Big sale, and also coming up this September, there's a celebrity dog wash. Todd's going to be washing dogs all day long. I signed you up for that.
Undercarriage.
Pannikin Coffee and Tea at Pannikin Coffee and Tea. We love Pannikin Coffee and Tea. We drink it every single day at least one time. uonline.com at uonline.com. Also Olas Media. We just talked to Chris Cantori from Olas Media and uonline.com. And I just saw that The Local Pile has a brand new podcast on Olas Media. That is Tim Piles, formerly of 91X, now has his own Local Pile podcast, which is going to be awesome. New Greens at New Greens. I just had some New Greens, and I also recommended New Greens to other people.
Put New Greens in you.
Put New Greens in you. You can eat vegetables and or have New Greens. Do both, but New Greens will keep you looking and smelling.
I'm
if you can smell this guy,
78 years old.
He smells great.
You know what it is? It's the Sunbum After Surf hair paste.
What?
Yeah, you know about that?
No.
The homies at
I don't.
I have to do my personal shout out. The homies at Sunbum hooked me up. They gave me a fucking umbrella the other day. I called them up and I was like, hey, I need an umbrella. And they're like, come down and get an umbrella.
What?
I just went down there and got a sick umbrella.
Dude.
And then I'm using hair paste, putting the sunscreen on. I mean, what don't they make?
I would love some
What?
sunblock.
Sunblock. Right. DiecutStickers.com. Do you have a sticker idea that you would like executed by
Yes.
some of the finest in the business?
I do.
DiecutStickers.com on the Instagram. You put that @ in front of it and bing, bang, boom. M.A.S.S 15 at checkout gets you 15% off. Motherfuck, let's get to the podcast.
That's right. It's at DiecutStickers.com. I left the com off last time. Damn it.
.com.
Surf News brought to you by Hansen Surfboards. Todd, we've got a problem. Tahiti is supposed to be firing right now.
Guess what?
It's
It ain't.
not, but
Who's lying?
yeah, there's what's the controversy right now?
The controversy is that if you look at the WSL forecast and then you look at the Surfline
Surfline,
forecast, there is a big discrepancy in numbers. It almost seems like WSL is fluffing their numbers.
I thought it was reversed.
Reverse fluffing?
I thought that Surfline said it was 8 foot, WSL said it was 3 foot or something.
Whatever. Either way,
But it's reversed.
it's reversed.
And I'm not just saying that to defend my beloved WSL.
At any rate, there is a discrepancy between
Right.
wave size, and here we are,
Is it on?
day 4, and we haven't started yet.
Let me
But
see
they
if it's
keep
on.
saying there's swell coming.
Let me see if it's on. I know you're not neg on WSL
I
stuff.
fucking
at
watch it
all.
all the time. But
Me too. 20 hours ago,
what do they
it
say?
looks like, okay, so 20 hours ago, this is yesterday. Today's
there's
another
a,
lay
there's
day.
a purple blob out there.
Here with an update on Monday the 15th for the Outer Known T80 Pro.
Another
As
caller.
forecast, we have just a fun size swell moving in for the rest of today and Tuesday, but we're really excited
Today.
for the solid pulse due for midweek. This next incoming south-southwest swell from around 215, 195 degrees will steadily build in over Wednesday with long period energy. The warning already overhead and quickly jump into double overhead plus by midday
Mhm.
and into the afternoon.
Mhm.
Okay.
And watch what
So that was on WSL's Instagram.
Right.
So they work together. And I don't know if there's swell or not. I just saw some photos this morning and it looked pretty brown and kind of rainy,
Mm.
which is not that bad as long as there's waves. And we don't know yet if it's on or if it's off. You're probably not going to hear this podcast till later this afternoon or tomorrow anyway. So it's on, we're on hold.
We're on hold. Okay.
Yesterday we were on hold.
So officially
still on hold.
On hold.
I
So
think Sir
Yeah.
I guess that's the big controversy was that there was just we're in day 4 of the waiting period.
Yeah.
It sounded like on day 1 of the waiting period that things were going to get moving a lot faster than they were, but here we are in a hurry up and wait situation.
Yes. With that being said,
Mhm.
I think the best part, or one of the good elements of the mid-year cut now is now that we're in the back half of the year, you only need 2.5, 3 days to run an event. So
Have you ever surfed Chopo?
I have surfed Chopo.
On the small, like a smaller.
I've surfed it anywhere from like waist to
Mhm.
chest high to 2 feet overhead.
When does it to you? When we surfed it once when it was like waist high.
Right.
And if someone had told me it was Chopo, I would have said, no, it isn't. This is
Right.
just like some reef pass."
Random reef pass.
When did it change for you into like scary?
I mean,
Like how big is it when it, for the average person that's tuning in right now and looking at this surf forecast,
Right.
you know, head high, playful, you know, when does Chopo change from playful to serious?
I would say once it starts to get because it's kind of to call a head high day there head high is a little bit of a misnomer, because if it's head high, let's say the face of the wave is 5 to 6 feet, right?
Mhm.
So head high, foot above. Mind you, it's equally as wide
Mhm.
on the proper direction. So there's not a lot of waves in the world. You know, even Pipeline, it gets really tall,
Yes.
and then it, you know, Chopo's like round. So even on a foot overhead day, it does the thing, and it's scary at that size because of the speed of the wave. It's super shallow. There's a couple of different takeoff zones. There's like the West Bowl, and there's the normal like outside takeoff spot, and the wave pops up out of nowhere so fast, even on a smaller day, that you're gonna get pitched. If you get clipped by the lip, you know, even on a smaller day, it's even shallower.
Yeah, it doesn't feather. That's
does
what I
not
noticed in
feather.
there. It just
It's
kind of like lurches.
Yeah, it's so fast. It's probably one of the fastest waves in the world, just in terms of going flat ocean to barreling and then over. So I would think anywhere head high to maybe a foot or two overhead is exhilarating and super, you know, and really fun, but will also test any of your abilities. Once it gets, you know, bigger, stronger, you know, the face of the wave is going to grow slightly, but it's going to pitch out further and go faster. So I would say, you know, like when it gets in that 6 to 8 foot range, it's
So that's the sweet spot.
life-threatening.
What we're looking for excitement for this event.
I think 6 to 8 would be perfect for men and women. And how cool would it be if they went heat to heat?
Mm-hmm.
You know, because that would, to me, that would be the ultimate show. Is you have men and women heat after heat. At 6 to 8 feet, perfect Chopo I think is amazing. Once it starts to get, you know, 8 to 10, 8 to 12 is like, that's nearing code red. You know, because you think about it, right? Big wave, I would say, is considered like 20-foot face. But a big wave at Chopo can be 6 foot on the face and be psycho. Because it's 3 feet thick.
Yeah.
So I think if it I would love, my dream scenario for this event would be day one, it's perfect 6 to 8 foot. Some of the sets are like testing people and their abilities, but the majority of the waves are those perfect barreling lefts, perfect West Bowl, and you know we get to watch people just easily, or not easy. I don't want it to be easy. We get to watch people
Get pushed.
display different types
Yeah.
of tube riding. You know,
I think that's cool.
I think that's what's gonna happen. And I don't think it's time to panic yet. I think there's plenty of time in the swell window. There's plenty of swell coming. But I think people are just impatient, and
Sure.
people like a little bit of controversy.
Of course.
You know?
People like vibes. Speaking of controversy, can we get into my show and tell?
Yeah. What do
Okay.
you got?
So I have.
Why is this controversial? to
Well, we'll start with some some proprietary stuff with this.
start? Oh my gosh.
So I've got some stuff here. Okay, so
Okay.
I was given a pair of Kelly Slater's his new fin company, Endorphin.
And they float.
Did they really?
That's what I heard.
Huh.
They float.
Interesting. Who
My
cares?
friend Kelly Slater told me.
Yeah. So, anyways,
Is they?
these fins are
Ooh. They're light.
they're like a twin. They're a twin fin.
Wow.
Okay. They're
There's
made
two
for a
different-
2+1.
Are you gonna see that?
Yeah. It's a neat.
You keep talking.
It's cool. So I was given a pair to try out. I'm a big twin fin guy these
Yeah.
days. I am a diehard FCS2 MR twin fin fan.
Okay.
Diehard.
We'll
Okay, so-
die for it.
So, but I'm looking to try out new shit.
I have a way for you. Podcast stuff.
What?
Post it on the Monday M.A.S.S Instagram. That way you don't get in trouble posting on your own Instagram.
Oh. I don't
If
really get in trouble.
if you have allegiance to a brand,
It's not really I get in trouble. I get shit. Like my boy Todd Prestige over there at FCS
FCS, yeah.
has been hooking me up. I freaking love you.
he was hooking you up.
Yeah, was. So anyways,
After
I
this.
got a chance to try these fins out today. Now, immediately when I got these, I take this fin and I put it up against the MRs because the MRs are the fin to which I am comparing everything.
Okay.
Instantly, Kelly's fin has the same. You can tell that Kelly is a disciple of the MR fin.
Okay.
Okay, like he's been surfing MRs. So, really similar height,
Okay.
similar base. The base is actually exactly the same.
Okay.
MRs have a little bit more rake, which is the curve in the fin. Chris?
Rake.
Did you know that?
Wow, Todd.
Did you know that? So looking at Kelly's fin, because these are not FCS2. This is the bullshit part of these fins. Is like I'm so used to FCS2. I just want to click my fin in. I don't
Yeah,
want to
just
deal
screw
with
'em in.
screws and that
Yeah.
shit's.
But that's
fucking-
proprietary.
Yeah, it's proprietary. You know.
Which means
Which means
only
it's a
one-
little
they
more-
invented it. And
Right,
only
they
can
invented it. They can keep it. You got to pay them money to use it. Yada yada yada. So anyway, so Kelly's fin is a little bit more upright and a little bit more flicked in the tip. Okay, see how this is right here? I don't know if you can
Is
see.
that a
it.
technical fin term?
Yeah, it's tip flicking. So basically, I went and rode these this morning.
Right.
They're very similar to the MR.
Okay.
But what I will say is like if you are ever going to put your faith in someone's
Ability to design a fin.
ability, yeah, exactly. It's probably Kelly.
I
I
would
mean,
say
obviously
so.
Mark Richards, he's the one that kind of created the ultimate template for a twin fin. But Kelly is so nerdy and anal about his stuff that this fin,
I wonder what that top.
this probably took
Notch.
6 months. This weird little notch in the fin right here probably took like 38 sets of fins for Kelly to figure out that works. Now, the interesting thing about this fin set is it's like comes with these bonus 2+1 guitar picks. So you have a little bit bigger third fin for this twin set. Now this like I guess it's like technically two nubs come with this set.
Two nubs.
Two nubs. This is significantly smaller than the third fin that you would get with an MR set of fins.
Okay.
So
I
it's-
don't mess with the third fin.
Okay. I don't really either, but I can tell that you would. And this is interesting. This is the guitar pick. Remember, the guitar pick was kind of debuted at the New York Quicksilver Pro in New York
As a 5 fin.
As a 5 fin.
Yeah.
Plus an extra fin.
Okay.
So I'm just here to say that this Kelly fin is really interesting. It's psychotically light.
Yeah. Let me
It's
see.
very, very light.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
right.
I mean, look at the material difference. So these are your classic.
Mm-hmm.
What is this? Some kind of resin?
Yeah, I think it's like a resin.
It's like a resin. This is, I see carbon, graphite.
They
right?
do. I mean, they do make
then
an
another
MR
layer.
fin that's like with carbon and such.
Okay, well this has one layer, one thing of carbon here. This part, which I believe is just standard
Resin.
fin material, fin stuff. This part's white.
Mm-hmm.
That must be surfboard
Yeah,
foam.
that's surfboard.
This is clear. That's air.
What makes it float?
So that's air
Where does it float? Why does it float?
on top of the water.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is a handy thing. Like, I mean, if you knock your fin out, but
Knock your
if you're
fin out.
using screws in this thing, and it's a terribly inconvenient way to put a fin in a surfboard these days is
Well,
to use screws.
I use screws.
Proprietary.
On all mine.
Well,
You're
right, futures.
It's proprietary.
sorry, but yeah. So I mean, that's cool. It floats.
And your review is.
My review is, it's a fine fin,
Oh.
and I like things that are just small increments of progression on something I already
Okay.
like. I don't like to jump from an MR fin to some crazy other fin.
Right.
I want to tighten my trucks slowly
Yeah.
so that I don't really notice a giant difference.
Well, I think Kelly Slayer's gonna be very relieved that you approve his fin
Mm-hmm.
and all the work that he's put into it.
He's still a goon, but I do like his fin.
I think he's probably gonna take slight offense to being called a goon.
Do you think I'll get invited to the wave pool now?
I don't know.
I love you, Kelly. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to call you a goon.
No, I mean, he respects you, from what I'm told.
Anyway, endorphins. Why there's not an Ewok on here is beyond me.
And that's probably why Todd's not 100% backing
Right.
the product, because
You're
it's
leaving a
named
Star Wars
after-
reference
and he does
on the floor. I mean, I get it, endorphins, but like indoor.
Ewoks,
Forest Moon.
Return of the Jedi.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe the best of all Star Wars.
Second to
For
Aliens.
aliens.
Okay, moving on. What do you have for us?
So in surf news, the last week has just been magical. Seemingly everywhere. Not one of those crazy, giant, stupid swells that closes out everywhere, but a low-key, head-high,
Fun.
peaky wedge festival up and down the coast. The water's warm. I feel like a surfer again. I got a new board from Dark Art, shaped by JT. It looks amazing. I didn't ride it yet, but I had 2 of the best sessions I've had in so long. I'm feeling really happy.
I got my daughter. My daughter came on the show last week.
She was on the show last week.
I got her this weird Hayden shaped soft top.
A Dylan Graves one?
No, it's kind of like a fish. It's kind of thicker, but it's not your typical soft top material. It almost feels like a
Medium top.
like a bath mat.
Oh.
It's weird. It's like rubbery.
And she's into surfing.
She's fair weathered. She likes it right now because it's so glorious out there.
Well, right now she's at school.
Right,
School's
yeah.
back in session.
That is true. The big surf news around Encinitas and in many places. Actually, you know what? I don't think they start. Do they start school on the East Coast after Labor Day still?
I've never been to the East Coast.
Okay. At any rate,
Yeah.
the kids all went back to school today. Lineup empty.
I know, and
It's
I've had a
wonderful.
lot of people
This is
say,
the best time of the year in
Yeah.
Encinitas or anywhere that has waves in the fall.
Yeah.
Is now.
I would love to do a time lapse of the last 2 days compared to today in the lineups, because you're right, it's the best time to be a grown up. When school's back in session, you
It
go
is.
surf at 9 a.m. and the kids are gone.
In other surf news, the East Coast is kind of experiencing its first good-sized swell
Oh my gosh.
of since June. Tomorrow and the next day, there's some crazy wind event that's happening, but they are going to get sizable. So I know at my mom's house in New England, it's supposed to be overhead tomorrow, and perfect.
I would love. I've surfed. I haven't been to the East Coast. I've surfed a little bit of hurricane swell in North Carolina, New York, Long Beach.
Yeah, but you were like not human during that event.
No, I was not at all. What was I gonna? I was gonna tell you something. Oh,
East Coast.
if you want any comedy, if you want any insight from the East Coast, there's one shop that stands head and shoulders above in terms of social media. Mangrove Surf Shop.
Where's Mangrove?
You
at?
follow Mangrove Surf
I
Shop?
don't. I will though. Where
Okay,
are they?
these guys,
Where are they?
they're in St. Augustine.
Okay, that's a little bit south.
They have the funniest, best Instagram ever.
For hurricane season. Pretty flat. Steph, can switch out for the walk. Yeah, my buddy's in Jersey right now. It's going off up there. Yeah, you still going to Hatteras with your family this weekend? Can I come? Man, the elephants are running, dude. We should go to PR. Yeah, it's definitely offshore. Fun? I mean, the tide's getting a little weird. I know we're driving, but like, you can tell. Yeah, it always looks smaller from the sand, actually. That's probably waist high out there. The West Coast just doesn't get it, you know? They have waves all the time. We really gotta struggle. Yeah, hurricane season's gonna be sick. The report says shoulder high. Buoy says 2.4 in 8 seconds. Huh? Dude, ever since they put a Surfline cam on this spot, it's been blowing up. I mean, it's super convenient for me, but like, you know, I need a passcode or something.
These guys are the best. Shout
That's
out
good.
Mangrove Surf Shop.
I do like homegrown comedy.
It's so good. And I've already approached them. I'm like, I want in, and then I'm like, I don't want to ruin your funny stuff.
want in
with
on
my
what?
stupidity. I just want in.
You just want to be part
I
of it?
just want in.
I just want to be part of it.
We have a West Coast surf shop sponsor, Hansen Surfboards.
Oh, you
Maybe
want them to
that-
be part of the podcast?
Yeah, or I don't know. I just want to be part of them.
I
wanna be in. I'm in.
I've made it a personal goal for myself to actually go back to the East Coast and do a bit of hurricane surf hunting.
To me, the dream trip.
I don't want to go back when it's fucking gigantic, but I want to go back when it's like chest ahead and those perfect like September offshore days in and around New England, Rhode Island, New York.
Dude,
again, it was just so good during the Quicksilver Pro in New York. I want that again in my life. It's
See,
just so magical.
To me, that is, and I know that people do this all the time, but that would be the dream trip, right? You go and you start off somewhere
Mm-hmm.
around. I'm not very good at geography. Rhode Island.
Yeah. Well, you start in Jersey. You go Jersey, New York, Rhode Island.
Okay.
And then you go up into Massachusetts, New Hampshire,
Canada,
Maine.
Nova
You could go to
Scotia?
Nova Scotia. That's pretty fucking far, though.
Well, I've never done the proper northeast coast road trip. It feels like a dream.
Mm-hmm.
So if anybody out there has any tips, you have tips.
You go hang out with my mom. I have so many. There's so
That's
many.
a different kind of trip, if
Well,
you know what
I
I'm
mean-
saying. It's different. She doesn't listen to this podcast, right?
I think she does.
Hi. I'm just joking around. I'm not
That's right.
trying to be weird.
Mom, this is Chris.
I would love to sleep on your couch. Or on the floor in your room. I don't know, whatever. Like, it's fine. Just one night, I'm trying to go on a surf trip.
At any rate.
But I want to do that.
Well, it's easy enough. I mean, there's.
Can you really just get lobster out on the side of the road? Like,
Yeah, you just like jump in the water and pull it out.
damn, dude, that's so dope.
At any rate, do you have anything, any surf news that you think is pertinent, or should we move on?
I mean, this is not going to be a traditional episode of the Monday Mass. This is like a wild style episode. We have tons of questions to get to.
Okay, all right. So skate news is brought to you by Bachan's Japanese barbecue sauce. If your curbs are not grinding, simply spread Bachan's on there and get them to be buttery, smooth, and
Duh.
slippery.
You dum-dums, you know.
Okay, what's up?
What's up?
Skate news.
Okay, skate news. Let me tell you about some skate news stuff. People are out there skating. They're doing it up. Oh, I watched
I
Street
actually
League a little bit.
I have news. But go ahead, Street League.
Yuto Horigome did another an NBD in a contest,
The one where he soap shoot down the ledge?
right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. What was that? A nollie cab no slide?
I don't know. I didn't
2.7?
see it. All I paid attention to was Paul Zitzer going, he soap shoot down the ledge!
Oh, Paul Zitzer. He's great.
Chris, here's some news.
You have actual skate news.
I have actual skate news. So, Kenny Anderson,
Yes.
great human being.
Good man.
Las Vegas, great skateboarder.
Yep.
He debuted something on his Instagram this morning that I thought was fascinating and quite revolutionary, maybe a little bit gimmicky,
Okay.
but
it's Kenny Anderson, so it's like
yeah,
people don't get more legit than Kenny Anderson.
at Skittles,
Okay.
SKIDULS on Instagram. So
Yeah.
picture this. Picture you have your 101 durometer wheels that you use for the skate park or whatever, right?
Yep.
You need to get from point A to point B across town, and you don't want your fillings to rattle out of your teeth.
Okay.
So you simply pull out. Basically, what I can describe is like a wheel condom.
Excuse me?
It's like a cover for your wheels that transform your 101 durometer wheels into cruisers, so you can cruise between spots. Now, I know what you're saying. This shit's freaking whack already. But I'll tell you what,
Is it?
it doesn't look that whack. Like, because when we were in Des Moines, I want to go and skate the park.
Yes.
I want to have my hard wheels at this park because I want
You want
a
to
little bit
skateboard
of
normally, yeah.
a little bit of slide with my wheels. But riding my skateboard to the freaking park
Sucks.
on some shitty, especially back east, New England. Once again, some New England reference. Road there, you might as well be on a dirt road.
Right.
They're so rough and chewed up from the elements that having almost like a wheel, it's like these weird wheel covers that make it so like you can cruise to the spot, and then you just peel them off. It's really weird. I'm gonna see if I can figure out. You talk about what you think. What
Well,
you think about?
I do. I will say that I was all over the internet watching all kinds of skateboarding this weekend and yesterday. I watched some SLS. I watched the Van Showdown finals again. I watched Frankie Villani in Paris. I watched a bunch of Gifted Hater, and I did get a little upset when Gifted Hater was giving our friend.
Hey, I have a guest.
Andrew Cannon.
Oh, for fuck's
Who are you
sake!
trying to call?
Please leave your name and number, and yeah, I'll get back to
What
you.
a business.
Who was that?
Nora. Nora just called us, and I was calling her back.
Why'd
And-
she call?
I don't know. Obviously, it wasn't about.
Should I call her?
Whatever. I just wanted to get some input on these wheels, on the wheel covers.
Oh, well, Nora writes for OJ.
Yeah, I know, but like this is like a thing. Like, I
It's
feel like
just
this is a
weird.
revolutionary.
Do you
This is a
just-
product episode,
I just think it's weird that you would name a company after a murderer.
Ooh, solid.
You know, like
Mm.
there's plenty of other
Like
top level professional
Dahmer
football players.
skateboards.
Yeah, it's like, come on.
They just eat up
Just kidding.
eat up terrain.
It's named after breakfast juice. OJ's. I do love those OJ's wheels. Yeah, we're in the skate news block right now. I actually did a shoot where I got to work with 3 amazing skaters. One of them's last name rhymes with boy. The other's last name rhymes with hay. The other's last name rhymes with Moran. And I can't
Why?
give you all the details about
Why?
him, but I will say it involves
You feel-
fingering.
What the fuck?
Yeah. And that's coming soon. 3 people, 3 skaters,
1 cup.
fingers, 2 fingers, and awesomeness. That's coming soon. You know, I mean, there's just been so much great skateboarding dropped on the internet that I can't even. It's hard to keep up, but I think that's actually the fun part of it.
When
Is trying to keep up with what's happening in skateboarding. You have new faces, new skaters. You've got new tricks. You've got new terrain. You've got new products. All this shit is moving so fast that you can easily get left behind, and it's easy to give up, right? Like, okay, you know what? I give up. I don't know what's going
up
on.
with Frog skateboards?
Frog Skateboards is amazing. They are.
What is it?
They have male, they have female skaters on their team. They're kind of like leaning into the whimsical, nerdy, fun, weird side of skating. Their team is very eclectic.
What is like? Have we figured out like what is that called?
That genre?
Yeah, because there is kind of like a whimsical, fun.
There's I mean, you've got. I think you've
There's
got
jockboarding.
Yeah.
There's dirt boarding, not
Okay.
dirt as in
like dirty.
hesh boarding.
So we can let's give examples. So jockboarding would be like Disorder Skateboards Nyjah.
Plan B.
Plan B, I guess. Yeah, you could say that.
Mhm.
And it's not like we're
No, it's just
clowning
like
it.
it's more like very
athletes.
yeah,
athletes.
like dudes are doing such fucking gnarly shit that
Right.
they need to keep their
Okay.
wits
Let's call it athletic.
okay, athletic.
Artistic,
Mm-hmm.
you've got
Fancy lad.
I would say Fancy Lad is more whimsical, ironic with Frog.
Weekend.
Weekend's a tough one because they just dropped a video that was like super creative, super weird.
Is that
I would put them
whimsical?
in the weird whimsical category.
Mhm.
You've got Primitive, which is basically
That's
I mean
athlete boarding.
athlete, but then they have Frankie Villani, so it's kind of a mix, and they do tons of collabs.
Mm-hmm.
You've got, I would say, kind of mainstream-ish boards. Santa Cruz,
Mhm.
Primitive,
Mm-hmm.
Powell.
Mm-hmm.
You know, these companies sell a ton of boards. You know you're going to get good quality boards. You know, it's like solid.
Blue, and then you get your blue collars.
You got your blue collars,
blood,
Creature,
your blood wizards,
Blood
real
Wizard. Yeah.
anti-hero.
Real, like, you know, core. And you have your kind of fresh / tech girl, Chocolate. April Skateboards. I think there's another tier. It's almost like super like clean, cool, and almost not underground, but you know, like Limousine Skateboards, April Skateboards, you know, Quasi. They
Mhm.
put a lot into their graphics and the look and feel of the company. You've got your throwback companies. How did we? What's like? What
I
are
was
your
just talking about like what because like you're
Frog,
you're yeah like
yeah.
what like because I just suddenly, I mean, I'm not like in the dark, but like I know there's Frog skateboards out there, but suddenly they're freaking everywhere around here. Like
Right.
that's all I see.
Brighton Zoiner rides for Frog.
Right.
They've got a really sick team, and you
Just
know,
interesting. I think it's interesting what the kids gravitate towards versus what, you know, my pea-sized brain that's stuck in an era
yeah,
gravitate towards.
you know, I feel like there's
I think it's with all. What would be the equivalent of that in surfing?
I guess board brands. I mean, you would think of like Channel Islands,
But like, who's the whimsical surf company
the Whimsical Surf Company.
for like a board? A board.
I mean,
album.
like album in a way, but they've become way more performance based.
Yeah.
I would say, you know, like a board company that does a lot of fish boards and kind of interesting weird
Mhm.
boards.
A lot of knees together, standing upright, tall, skinny.
You know, and then if you think of like athletic boards, you think of like Channel Islands,
Mayhem.
Mayhem. Pizel is kind of a mix. I would say Chemistry is kind of their like
Artsy.
cool, artistic, blue collar, but still performance driven.
Mm.
Dark Arts is like high end.
Is that like, would you say Dark Arts kind of like is in the same realm as like Slater Designs?
Yeah. It just in terms of
Like
the technology.
dudes that have a Tesla would also buy a Dark Arts book.
Yes, or people that are like, you know, to me, okay, so a Dark Arts board is going to be more expensive, obviously, but they asked me the other day, hey, can you give us a sentence as to just why you like these boards so much?
You're off because I get them for free.
Well, yeah, that was a huge selling point for me, but no, so the Dark Arts board, and I haven't tried any other new composite technologies really lately, but the Dark Arts boards will keep their pop. I have this purple Pizel Gremlin.
Yeah, I know. You've been riding that thing for days.
2 years I've had the board. It's kept its pop fresh. Nora calling you again?
No, she just wants to see the cats in my house.
Well, how does that help our podcast? Tell her that's very selfish. She said she's gonna paint my helmet too.
Really?
Not what you think. My skateboarding helmet. You guys are gross.
Literally, no one thought that. You creepy, fucking,
Yeah.
disgusting
Yeah.
human being.
You're weird about it. Don't be weird about it. Okay. I saw the look you gave me. You know, in other surf news, shit.
All right.
Yeah, we've got questions.
But
to
that was
answer.
actually skate news.
Well, in surf news, skateboarding will make you better at surfing. Did you know that?
Snowboard news is brought to you by Pannikin Coffee and Tea.
Oh,
Pannikin
thank
Coffee
heaven.
and Tea has been waking up San Diego since the 60s.
Right?
Right?
Yeah.
Guess what? A lot of people are in Chile right now. Chile, this is the first time people have kind of gone back to Chile since the pandemic.
Is it
A great reopening of the South American, Southern Hemisphere snowboarding.
temperature-wise? It's pretty chilly down there.
It's dumping right now. There's a lot of people down there that I know of, and I can tell you that Valle Nevado and Termas de Chillán and like all these different resorts are some of those magical places on earth
Yeah, they
to
are.
go snowboarding in the summer if it
100%.
snows, and it's awesome.
100%.
Do you like
I don't mean
empanadas?
to
I
yawn.
like
It's just this is a boring podcast.
I like empanadas.
It's chilly though, huh? Down there, you gotta bring a jacket.
No, there's actually just a lot of Chile. That's where Chili's, the restaurant chain, is from.
Oh,
Yeah.
duh! I never knew that.
They named it after that.
And Patagonia,
Yeah. That's what it makes it.
the country, not
Yeah.
the brand.
Yeah.
We promised that next week we're gonna have a
No,
script.
I'm
and,
not
like,
making any promises.
We're gonna do stuff.
Nerd news is up next, and I do have nerd news for everyone. Okay, nerd news is brought to you by New Greens. Put some New Greens in you. So nerd news. Guess what? Okay, so this
What?
weekend is a big weekend for us Game of Thrones fans, Chris.
Yep, all a billion of them.
House of the Dragons, House of the Dragon.
Okay.
Starts on Sunday.
Now, is this going to be
about
a similar
Targaryens.
budget to actual Game of Thrones?
It's actually, they've said it's more expensive.
Really? Because the trailer looks a little cheap.
Does it really?
It looks cheap, but then again, it is a trailer.
Mm-hmm. They said it's more
Maybe I was
expensive.
watching the right thing.
The technology. Okay, so Game of Thrones ended what, 4 years ago, 3 years ago?
Seems like yesterday.
It does, but the
Chocolate rain.
the leaps and bounds in technology
Oh yeah.
for CG in 4 years has been insane.
Oh my gosh. I
So-
was hoping you were going to bring that up.
I can't wait to watch this. I'm very excited. It's been a while. I've been kind of watching Game of Thrones to get me back into it.
Okay.
I can't wait.
I got this NFT project I want to run by you
Also,
about Game of Thrones.
really? Game of
Go ahead.
It's not a game, Chris. Also, We have this new series that I've been talking about quite a bit. This Andor series, which is the latest Star
Oh no,
Wars.
we talked about those already. The fins.
No, that's Endor.
Oh,
So the new series starts in September, but in order to get people hyped up and kind of caught up on where this Andor series takes off,
yeah.
Rogue One, arguably the best Star Wars movie
Okay.
since the original trilogy,
I agree.
maybe even including the original trilogy,
Yeah.
it's coming back to IMAX for a limited time to get people jazzed.
Awesome.
What do you think of that?
I'm down.
Okay,
Super down with that.
that was my nerd news.
My nerd news is
Oh, and also in additional nerd news, Chris got this sick ass thing off the internet. Can we plug this human being's name? What's his name? But it's Richard Scarry, which is like a children's book with Lowly Worm and the cat and the fox and they drive around in cars, and as a little kid with ADD, you look at all these things and you imagine what it would be like to live in Richard Scarry's world. Well, we have an artist that has done a full Alien and Aliens mock-up using the characters from Richard Scarry. And it's pretty amazing. We've got, Ripley and Ash, and it's on my Instagram right now, but it's so cool. What are you doing?
I'm searching
Oh.
because I want to get this name right.
Yeah, let's hype them up, because this is one of the coolest things I've seen. I'm really jealous that you have that. I wish they made shirts of it, because I would definitely buy a shirt.
Yeah, I brought this out. I brought it out because I wanted to show you that.
Okay, well, I see it. You're showing me.
Okay, here we go.
What is it?
So this is a skate clip right here
Of who?
that
What are we watching?
friends put
Oh,
together.
the Seinfeld
Yeah.
clips. Yeah, do you guys remember this when the guys dressed up as Jerry and George and they did these Seinfeld skate edits? So who is the person this is the same artist?
Computer Blue Art. That's that.
Okay.
See, that's a tough name to remember. It's a homie from way back, and I hope he's still doing these amazing Richard Scarry-esque. John McGuire, drawings, The Smiths, RoboCop, Seinfeld, skateboarding.
John McGuire is the one that's doing these?
Yeah, you know John McGuire.
Yeah.
John McGuire is just all time.
I didn't realize that was him.
Yeah. So look, he's got those rad graphics and
Oh my gosh.
cool
dude.
stuff. John McGuire. You can follow all John McGuire's.
I'm
Oh,
sure
look at that, dude. You're gonna die on that one.
I'm sure he has a store too.
Oh, yes.
You can go and
The
get some.
best.
Anyway, that's cool.
Computer Blue Art. John McGuire. That thing just came out of the frickin' rafters right there.
What and it's going right back in the rafters apparently.
Okay.
In the toilet.
There
All right,
you
so that
go.
was nerd news. We're gonna because we have
Cool.
a lot of questions.
Yeah, my kids just went back to school. I gotta go pick them up in 20 minutes.
I also have a desire to leave this office.
Okay, here we go. Question number 1.
Go.
This is from Shay Roney. Shay Roney, president of the Swami Surfing Association.
Okay. Let's share what I say.
Who do you have being the world champ this year? Who's your money on? Man, woman? I'm
Camera,
gonna tell you
person,
my
TV.
yeah. I'm gonna tell you my just my brain picks. My heart picks or something else. My brain picks: Toledo, Carissa Moore. Who you got?
Griff
Okay.
and Riss.
Okay.
That's what I think. Those are my picks.
Solid picks there. DC Carter, aka Dan Carter. Yes, Todd, please.
Hi.
Can you close the loop after soliciting book recommendations the other week?
Can I close the loop?
Did you get any good recommendations for books that you started reading?
I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't really. So I'm still taking submissions for good, kind of fun, freaking like summary books that read like a movie.
Not like super sci-fi, but there can be sci-fi elements like
Yeah.
robots and lasers. If there's not super fantasy either, and I know what Todd likes, not super fantasy, but there should be fantastic elements to it.
Yep.
I just sent my kids to school with a book you might like. It's called
Kama Sutra.
No.
Oh.
Artemis Fowl.
Oh, Artemis Fowl. I do like Artemis Fowl.
I know you like Artemis
I mean,
Fowl. My sixth
my
grader
kids.
loves it too.
Yeah, I like. If your children are reading anything interesting, let me know.
Okay. I got a shout out here. The Belly Up here
Yep.
in San Diego,
Yep.
in Solana Beach,
Yep.
is hosting a night called Kelly Slater, Andy Irons, War and Peace. This is a talk story photo exhibition from the legendary Steve Sherman. So Steve Sherman has a bunch of photos of the greatest surfing rivalry ever in the history of surfing. He's going to be projecting them, talking about the photos, telling stories.
When is this?
I am playing a solo set
What,
there.
Is this during Lowers
This
event?
is September 7th.
So right around Lowers event.
Yeah, Wednesday, September 7th. Belly Up.
Hey, just throwing back to surf news.
Yeah.
Did Kelly get a wild card into TD, or is he still in? I forget.
He's still on tour.
Okay, no, but is he still?
Yes.
He's still in potential for
Yeah.
the top 5.
I don't know if mathematically he can make the top 5, but he made the cut.
Okay. That's
You worldsurfleague.com.
And I also did
Okay.
retroing. I did watch the latest. I really like those Kelly Slater
Lost tapes.
Yes, I really like those.
Surf News is brought to you by Todd Richards.
Shut up.
Jed PNW says, again, is a hot dog a sandwich?
Mm.
We've already talked about that.
Depends on how you
yes
eat
and
it.
No.
If you just swallow the hot dogs whole, then it's not really a sandwich at all. It's more of a lifestyle choice.
Okay. My God, California Mud Motors came through again with
What
a
did you got?
wild one. It's very complicated, but we're going to make it work. Given the mathematical based points argument during round of 48, Heat 10 between Kaipo and the Condor, would you rather Kaipo does your taxes for 2022, risking fines and or jail time, or Peter Mel takes the math portion of your kid's SAT test, which will influence if they get accepted into college? Kaipo and Pete Mel had some great banter during the Vans US Open of Surfing regarding points and scoring and judges, and it was really fun to watch. So he's alluding to that. I would let Kaipo do my taxes, because Kaipo is also, when he's not doing commentary, he's a sales rep for Rip
Right.
Curl, and he's obviously very good
And
with
Pete
finances.
has owned a shop.
Pete
for
owns a surf
lots
shop.
of time, so he has to be
Yeah.
on it.
I think they're both great at math.
Pete wears glasses, therefore he's better
Right?
at math.
Okay. Yes, California Mud Motors. I would allow Kaipo to do my taxes, and I would allow Pete to take my son's math test. Asynonics. What's your go-to song for getting psyched to go surfing? I have a playlist I play almost every. I'm just gonna pull one out of my hat. All TSOL's greatest hits are Red Shadows are on there, all the good stuff from TSOL. But usually, what comes on when I'm pulling into Shark Park,
Mm-hmm.
where I blast music before I go surf,
Oh, you're that guy.
I'm gonna say, yeah, I am that guy. I'm proud of it. Dag Nasty, Godfather. That song gets me going. The
Yeah,
Cult.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Any cult song. You know, I've been like, I think about what gets me hyped, and it's like happy tunes.
Yeah.
Get me butt psyched to go out and surf. I've been listening to that Phoenix album, that Amadeus Phoenix. whatever.
Amadeus Wolfgang. Really?
Yeah, I really
That is
like it.
so. I never would have thought you would have said that.
You don't think I like Phoenix, that band?
No, I just.
But it's really good. Like if you think about in
That's
terms
one
of
that
like,
goes. It's never been like that. It's never been like that. It's
yeah.
never been like that."
But there's like a million songs.
I was into Phoenix before they got popular.
Okay. But there's just a lot of really good
Yeah.
songs on that album that are like happy upbeat songs.
Yeah.
And I feel like I like happy upbeat more than I
Right.
like,
Punk.
like punk.
So my playlist is called Surf Turkey Amp Shit, and you can find it on my Spotify. All Ages Show, Dag Nasty, Rites of Spring, TSOL.
Oh yeah, because we had talked about this a while ago.
Yeah.
And I had promised to do this thing that I never followed through on.
Descendants.
Mine's called Todd's Big Summer Mix.
New Direction,
on Spotify.
Gorilla Biscuits.
How do I make it public?
I'm Not a Loser.
How do I make it public?
I don't know.
Do you know how to do that?
A little bit about religion. Only songs. These are only songs that have been
Oh,
in
no.
surf videos I like.
Right here. Todd's Big Summer Mix.
Okay.
You can feel free to add. If you guys want to add to Todd's big summer mix,
I got Jawbreaker, Sam I Am on here, Sublime, one Sublime song.
Oh
It's a
my-
Descendants cover.
that's so whack.
In how? Okay, hold on a second.
What?
This is a good song.
Hi Nora, you're on the Monday M.A.S.S. Better late than never. This is Cat News, brought to you by Friskies. Turn that off.
There is one good Sublime song, Nora. There's
Do you-
one.
Nora, do you like Sublime?
I'm gonna say no.
Well-
But I also haven't tried listening to them.
They're
Once
horrible.
you start,
horrible.
man, wow, it's
You
wow.
I'm gonna go
You need a neck tattoo.
I don't really listen to Sublime, but I'm pretty confident I won't like them.
I'm gonna send you some. I'm not saying I'm a Sublime fan. I'm just it's a good song.
I also really can't do Imagine Dragons.
Well, they're horrible.
Do you like Imagine Dragons?
No, and I don't like to be negative about bands because I know how hard it is to write a good song. They've written a bunch of hits, so good job to them. I won't be listening to them.
But are they hits? What about them makes them hits besides that they play on the radio?
Well,
And,
because millions and millions of people download them and listen to them.
But I'm kind of I don't know. I feel this is very generalized and very insulting.
Mm.
But if that's the type of music that you like, I think that there's something wrong with you. Something wrong with a lot of people because it's the same thing as
Turn that off. It's so horrible.
I feel like Imagine Dragon people are also QAnon people.
Well, Nora, 2,178,087,874 people disagree with you. That's how many people listen to their last song.
That scares me from the standpoint of
This is so bad. This is the worst shit.
Not everyone listens to Phoebe Bridger to get psyched to skate.
I don't listen to Beatles because I skate, but
Turn that off, dude. You're poisoning the
Look.
podcast.
I went and saw Luna last night. They were amazing.
Who's that?
Um,
What do they sing?
Dream Pop.
Dream Pop?
when you say dream pop, yeah, they're what do they sing? They sing just
Songs.
really good music. So I bought for instance, I bought a shirt,
Mm.
and the front of the shirt says Muna, and the back of the shirt says sad, soft pop songs for sissies, angry girls, that's me, emo queers, and crybabies. That's also me.
I fall into that category as well.
Okay.
I think the best people fall into those categories. So that's kind of where I feel.
Yeah.
But that to me is seeing them is talent.
Yeah. And that's I used to write a couple reviews for Transworld that I'm now embarrassed by because it was very negative. I don't do negative music reviews anymore or food reviews because it's really hard to write a song and record it and release it. Just technically all that is really hard and
I think
emotionally
you're getting stuck
tough.
in your own.
Yeah, you are, because some music
hard to
sucks
cook.
and some food is terrible.
well, you guys can just
Nora,
I'm on the positive
you
program.
you were stopping by my house to see my cats?
Yeah,
Oh.
I was. I
Alright.
was with Cheesy, and we had gone and had some Fish 101, and I said, let's go by Todd's house and see if I can annoy me. But
Well,
whatever.
we know what I'm good for. Well, this is the end of the podcast.
Wait, Nora, but
What?
Nora's been the most busy
Yeah.
Nora that I've seen in years.
She's busy.
Every time I look at my phone, Nora's looking back at me doing something else.
Yeah, you do a lot of stuff.
Not personal.
You're exhausting, Nora. The amount of stuff
I'm
you do.
exhausted.
Yes. Chris needs to go pick up his kids, so
What?
we're gonna end the
Yeah.
podcast now.
Oh,
So
yeah,
we're
right.
ending. Do you have any what's your final thoughts?
First day of school.
Yep.
My final thoughts are that Imagine Dragons is for chuggy, Pinterest, Mormon Disney moms.
Okay. That's half our audience. Thanks a lot.
That's super
And
specific.
guess what?
Yeah.
That's Encinitas, baby.
Yeah. Congratulations on, I don't know, you probably did something cool. Thank you for tuning in to the goodbye Nora, we're hanging up on you That was
I got one more question.
okay. One more question.
Okay, this is our last question. Matt Allen says, for the mass or the following people, who do you prefer or enjoy more? Rapid fire, Kelly or Curran?
Current.
Curran.
Damn it!
Travis or Terje?
I meant Travis.
Travis. Miller or Hosoi?
Miller.
I'm gonna go Hosoi because we just have to disagree on something. Wilkins or Perelson?
Wilkins.
Perelson. Wilkins. Chris Moore or Stephanie Gilmore?
Gilmore.
Gilmore. Blender or Gonzalez?
Blender.
Gonzalez. Nora. Oh wow.
Nora or Imagine Dragons.
Nora or Lizzie.
Ooh, Nora.
And that's on there.
It's a Nora.
I'm gonna say Nora because we just had Nora on the phone. I love them both. And I believe that's it.
Okay.
Oh, I did beat my son.
What?
Kiss Coté.
You beat him in what?
Kiss Coté.
I beat my son in a game of skate, and I beat Todd in a game of podcast.
All right, hey guys, that was Monday Mass this week. Tune in every week for more boring shit.
Yeah, that was really an action sports podcast about nothing. Bye.
Bye now.